Well, hi there. This is Ron Rogers, and you've heard about the $500 hamburger. Well, this is the $500 omelet. We were going out for breakfast, and I brought Richard along in the right seat for fun.
All right. Are you a pilot yourself? Do you have an airplane, anything like that?
I am a lapsed pilot.
What?
A lapsed pilot.
A lapsed pilot.
Yeah, I haven't flown for too many years. I did a couple of hours last year with Mr. Hooper, who unfortunately is no longer with us. New Year's resolution: get current.
All right, now you talk about airport congestion. Here we are at this little airport, and I'm in the back row, farthest hangar, but there were three aircraft in front of me, and I waited till they started engines. We're starting engines, and I figured, okay, it's safe to taxi now. And I'll tell you about the first one in the Cherokee 6 here. Now, the Cherokee 6, there's a pilot in our EAA group, 790. That's the group going out for breakfast, and he and his sons are both pilots, and his son is a up-and-coming brand-new pilot flying a J3, a real airplane, and flying the Cherokee 6. And interesting, Cherokee 6 has about the same useful load as I do. Anyway, he's number one. He's getting started, and there are two airplanes behind him, two student aircraft. Well, okay, I can see that they're getting started. I don't notice that the number third aircraft, second student aircraft, is really not starting. Well, they start to turn the engine, and then they stop. And that's where the trouble starts to develop. And I'm sitting there with two engines running, waiting for these guys.
What does the red indicate on that?
It's terrain.
Ah, okay.
Oh, come on, start here.
Now, Richard was asking about, the red on the navigation display. Since I have it down nice and tight, it's showing that, there's a lot of terrain around us there, and that's a good thing. The other thing he asked about is then the little required LED indicators. I've got all this glass cockpit, but the FAA requires an LED indicator for RPM there, so a secondary indicator. So he was asking kind of what that was. But anyway, we're sitting there, and they're not starting. And kind of what's going on here? Yeah, and it's like, they, I know that they saw me back there, and they can certainly hear me because they got the door open, but it's not unfolding very well.
They're still thinking about it.
Oh no, what are they doing?
And, I couldn't, I was already, out on the taxiway ready to go. I couldn't really blame him pulling the aircraft out in front of me because there were two aircraft in front of them, so it did seem all right. But those two guys are long gone now, and we're sitting here, and I'm kind of scratching my head over what's going on, and they're taking their dear sweet time. Yeah, whatever. Okay, it's a student flight. I understand that, but they get to the point here where they try to start the engine again, and it's just not working. Okay, so they get out of the aircraft, and the instructor leisurely walks over the hangar, gets the tow bar, and comes back, and they start pushing it back.
What's the those two?
Those are required by the FAA. They're RPM. They have a separate. They have to have a separate indicator.
I think we're turning final landing runway 08.
Looks like they have an issue.
Yeah. Oh, come on. Yeah, I need yeah, I'm not a little airplane.
You don't want to do the Delta A350 trick.
They're not the only ones to do it. Okay, yeah.
A nice little sports car.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny. It seemed like that was taking a lot longer for them to get out of the way than than it actually is back here. But it's it's almost 5 minutes into taxi here. Actually, it's a little bit longer because I cut out the first part. But what Richard is referring to on the little collision there of the airliners was they pushed the airplane back a fair amount and then they stopped. And I guess they didn't realize that I'm not a piper there. My wingspan is a little bit larger, and they looked at me, and then okay, they turned around, they pushed it back a little more. Okay, that works a lot better. Thank you. Now this was an interesting day to go flying. Now that sky looks pretty good there. It's pretty high, and the visibility doesn't look too bad. But I got up, and it was supposed to be a nice sunny day, and I bring up the weather, and Janesville, where we're going, that's where the flying breakfast at Bessie is. It's got 3 miles visibility. And I'm thinking, boy, it just goes down slightly now we're IFR, and this gets a lot more complicated. But I'm current IFR and stuff, but I thought, how many in our group would not be going if it suddenly went IFR? So I'm sitting there scratching my head trying to figure out what's going on.
Lake and House traffic, Cessna 6265 Tango is clear of the runway, Lake and House.
So you don't have any gyro-driven, any...
Nope, they're all, and that we've been having a problem with the vacuum pumps for some.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Richard is talking about, there's no vacuum-driven gyros, and we've been working, if you've been following along, have been having problems with the vacuum pumps, but this trip out and back, they kept working the entire time, so this may be going good. And there's the Cherokee 6 doing its run-up.
Let's do a little engine check here.
Lincoln Hills traffic, Warrior 43020, departing runway 8, staying in the pattern, Lincoln Hills.
All right, we got one of the student aircraft out of the way, and the Cherokee 6 and I are both doing our run-ups there. And I haven't flown this airplane in 2 months, so I have to be really careful to make sure I really adhere to the checklist and don't miss anything because, 23,000 hours, I still, if I don't fly, I forget what I'm doing to a certain extent.
Test one, two.
Hills Airport, VFR automated weather advisory, wind 150 at 5, visibility missing, temperature 8 Celsius, 2.8 Celsius, altimeter 3016, condensation altitude 900.
Yeah, they really need to get that fixed. It's got a lot of inaccurate information. Okay, there goes the Cherokee 6, and of course, that's a much slower airplane than me. He's got 5 people in there. I had this fueled up for a cross-country that I had to delay, so I could only take actually 1 extra person. It's like a lot of these aircraft. You can take fuel or you can take people and bags, but you can't do both.
Yeah, watch your knees. Alrighty.
Well, you got oxygen as well.
I'm sorry?
You got oxygen as well.
Yeah.
Oh.
It can go high. It can go up to supposedly 28.
So the turbos, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a turbo 310.
Oh. What's the range at that?
I can go from here to Orlando nonstop and still have reserves.
Wow.
I've got 205 gallons. It was the wing locker tanks
Okay.
that were not my friend.
Lincoln Hills traffic, Cherokee 37 Mike Pitcher, departing runway 8 for a left downwind departure to the west, Lincoln Hills.
Yeah, and if you saw one of the previous episodes, you saw about the massive fuel leak, and I'm waiting for those. It's going to be a month before I can get those replaced, several months.
Lincoln Hills traffic, Warrior 43020, turning left crosswind, runway 8, Lincoln Hills.
Okay, you all set? We're going to be here shortly. I think we'll beat him.
I think so. He's fully loaded as well.
Yeah. I just have to remember to say Twin Cessna, not Great
Lincoln
Lakes.
Hills traffic, Warrior
Ah,
43020,
yes.
turning left downwind, runway 8, Lincoln Hills.
Lincoln Hills traffic, Twin Cessna November 213, Mike departing, runway 08, northwest departure. 85 and rotate. Okay, tap the brakes, gear coming up. Southern fly, if we lose one, 106 is our speed. BYSE.
Lincoln Hills traffic, Cherokee 37 Mike Victor, left crossing, runway 8, Lincoln Hills.
Alright. Bring things back here a little bit.
Lincoln Hills traffic, Cessna 6265 Tango, taking off runway 8, staying in the pattern, Lincoln Hills.
So the Cherokee 6 is going out there. He goes out to about 800 feet before he makes his turn, which is good as a student. You know, we used to do that a lot lower in the Air Force and the airlines and stuff like that. So I decided I could either go wide on him or, since I'm faster than him, I just turned inside and got out of his way.
Is that a 310 departing the pattern?
Yes, it is.
Lincoln Hills traffic, Cherokee 37 Mike Victor, left downwind, departing to the west, Lincoln Hills.
Lincoln Hills traffic, Warrior 43020, turning left base, runway 8, Lincoln Hills.
Yeah, it didn't occur to me that he might be concerned about me chewing up his tail there and wondering what I'm going to do. So, yeah, I should have informed him a little bit better that I was turning inside of him.
Lincoln Hills traffic, Warrior 43020, on final for runway 8, Lincoln Hills.
And of course, there's the lake of Crystal Lake below, and my house is about directly under the airplane there on the North Shore. And we've all got our boats in, we've all got our docks in, because it's winter in Illinois coming up, and you know, the weather's changing. That's why I'm flying the 310 instead of the Great Lakes over to breakfast.
Lincoln Hills traffic, Cessna 6265 Tango, left crosswind, runway 8, Lincoln Hills.
Yeah, in case it gets cool. Alrighty.
Some boilers as well.
Oh yeah, yeah.
They ticked all the boxes.
Oh yeah, this thing had a lot of toys on it. And I thought it was kind of silly, although spoilers on an airplane like these, this is not a bad idea, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's slippery, right?
Yeah.
UX, Lake in the Hills Airport. VFR automated weather advisory. Wind 150. At 6, visibility missing. Temperature rate Celsius 2.8 Celsius. Altimeter 3016. Condensation altitude 900.
Lincoln Hills traffic, Cessna 6265 Tango, left downwind, runway 8, Lincoln Hills.
Lincoln Hills traffic, Warrior 020, on the go, staying in pattern, runway 26, or runway 8, sorry about that, Lincoln Hills.
Okay, well, it's been 2 months since I've flown, and you know, I'm rusty. And you notice the cowl flaps there, if you can see them behind the engine, that little dark thing down. I forgot for quite a while to bring those up. That's one of my little bugaboos. Is the Great Lakes doesn't have cowl flaps, doesn't have much of anything, and I'm always a little bit late in bringing those up if I haven't flown the airplane in a while. So that's why I need to fly it.
Wind 150 at 7, visibility 2000. Summit 3014. GPS approaching, use landing and departing runway 14. Caution, moderate bird activity vicinity of the airport. VFR departures advised ground to 121.65 directional flight.
Lincoln Hills traffic, Warrior 43020, turning left crosswind, runway 8, Lincoln Hills.
Advised Tango.
Yeah, I've got 2 radios, and I got the ATIS up on the second one, so I can listen to that, and I can still listen to traffic at Lake in the Hills as I'm departing, and I'm going to switch it over to tower in a bit, but I'm still quite a few miles out. It's not terribly far up from 3 Charlie Kilo to Janesville, and we get you know, fairly good reception, just kind of getting ready for the you know, setup to the approach. But got the approach plate out, got the runway map out, everything all ready to go.
What was that, moderate? What in the vicinity? I didn't hear it.
Not listed.
Airport is Tango, 1445 Zulu. Wind 150 at 7, visibility 5, missed. ceiling 2,700 overcast. Temperature 72.5, altimeter 3014. GPS approach in use, landing and departing runway 14. Caution, moderate bird activity.
Oh, bird activity.
VFR departures of ground 121.65, direction of flight. All arrivals contact tower.
Trees around this perimeter of the airport as well.
Tango. Janesville, Southern Wisconsin Regional Airport, it is Tango, 1445 Zulu.
I mean, a little bit.
Wind 150 at 7, visibility 5, mist, ceiling 2,700 overcast. Temperature 72.5, altimeter 301.
How's the restaurant at this airport? Any good?
I'm sorry, what?
What's the restaurant like?
Oh, it's pretty nice.
Oh, good.
Yeah, it's a decent restaurant.
Yeah, in the Illinois, we've got a lot of restaurants at airports, a lot of really nice ones, too. So there's a lot of places to fly to, and we can have a lot of fun with that. We get a lot of flyouts. I'm a member of the 790 and the EAA 932, two EAA groups, and we both have, they both have very nice flyouts to breakfast. So you can get a lot of breakfast and stuff in there if you want. So, yeah, it can be a lot of fun. And, of course, getting into the winter gets a little more difficult with the weather.
A nice tailwind here.
Yeah.
And, of course, I have the ADS-B up, and I can see that I'm just walking away from the Cherokee 6. But it's kind of interesting. Once we get into Janesville, I have to end up following a Cirrus, so my final gets stretched out, and he comes in behind me. So, you know, it's a short trip. Even that extra speed, he still was landing just very shortly after me, the Cherokee 6. Now, I'm always alert when I'm flying. You know, I'm 74. Am I losing it, or am I just out of practice? So both of those things always are on my mind. And, you know, I made a little mistake coming in here.
So is that telling me he's
5 above us? Yeah.
Yeah.
Continue down to Alpha taxi ramp.
Down to Alpha.
6. Yep.
Copter 238, 2 southeast.
Up 238, proceed direct to ramp. Caution, non-movement area. Landing there at your discretion. Wind 1509er.
Copter 238.
His maneuvering is...
Yeah. That's near DC Airport.
Okay.
Yeah, we were talking about some traffic just 500 feet above us, off to the side, though, and he had his range such on his depiction, it looked like the guy was right on top of us, so I go over there and reach, and I take the range out, and he goes, oh, yeah, he's quite a ways out there. Okay, I'm looking at the, you know, what runway I'm going to land. I got the ADIS with runway 14. Now, what I should have done is I should have put my heading bug on 14, because some way I had my head kind of turned around, and I thought I was going to go to actually a slightly different runway, and I was going to have to overfly the airport. You'll hear that comment as I come up.
Takeoff is caution. There'll be a helicopter landing direct to Bessie's ramp.
Got him in sight, Takeoff.
Oh, and that helicopter, that's a guy in our group. We got a couple of one home-built helicopter, another one where the guy started to build it, and the company went out of business, and he's stuck with parts and no engine. That's the danger of home-builts and kits, you know, BD. I'm going to talk about that in a bit.
He must be really close.
Oh, it's probably your scale isn't too bad, but yeah.
Oh, he's behind us now.
Yeah.
And you notice the cowl flaps are still out. I'll get them here eventually, just making sure the engines are nice and cool. But yeah, I still need practice. And you know, like I said, I kind of that's one item I tend to forget once I get up in cruise. All right, finally I remember here, and I get the cowl flaps up.
Always forget to close the cowl flaps. Robs us about 5 knots.
All right.
Now, one thing about the Janesville controller, I think the guy is a frustrated O'Hare controller. He doesn't sound like he's in a very good mood, but he likes to talk really fast. And even the O'Hare controllers don't talk all that fast. They get a little bit slower because they know they got all these old airline pilots and stuff like that. But this guy's talked pretty fast. And I had another issue. I would get a loud screech in my headphones. And I thought, there's something on the airplane. Maybe the nose gear doors aren't getting shut properly or something like that. And I could never really track it down. But listening to the audio here, it doesn't come out. So what I'm thinking is that, I'm thinking that I'm getting feedback of some sort, or I have a defect in my headset, the Bose 20 headsets there. They got a 30 out now, I think. Maybe I should upgrade, but I think, or have them fixed or something, but I think that's the problem. That coupled with the controller talking quickly, I was having trouble hearing him, and you'll see there's a little bit of confusion. I didn't hear, because I didn't read it back, I didn't hear the full clearance he was giving.
Janesville Tower, Twin Cessna November 213, Mike with Tango is 12 miles southeast for landing.
Alright, 213 Mike Tower, Port 2 southeast, runway 14.
What did he say?
Runway 14.
Oh.
524 Papa Tango outside of Jesco on the RNAV, runway 14, inbound, full stop.
Number 524 Papa Tango Tower, Port Jesco.
Report out from Jesco, and then we have another flight plan here that will pick up on the ground.
213 Mike Tower, Port 2 southeast, runway 14.
Roger, copy, runway 14, November 213, Mike.
13 Mike, report 2 miles southeast of Janesville Airport.
We'll report 2 miles southeast, Janesville Airport, November 213, Mike, thank you.
Finally got it after the third time. Yeah, doing a great job there.
That's what I did. For some reason, he's coming in distorted a little bit.
Yeah. So Janesville's a Charlie, right? No, Delta.
No.
And as you can see, it's just a little more hazy up towards Janesville. And I got concerned about if they went IFR and if 3 Charlie Kilo went IFR, because they've had this problem where the instrument approaches were not usable for like a couple of years because of a paperwork deal. And finally, I see the NOTAM's gone, so they are usable, because I didn't want to get stuck out because I couldn't get back IFR into 3 Charlie Kilo. So that was an issue in the morning flight planning.
Pilot coming off.
Yes, the scary part, hand flying is beginning.
Janesville Tower, Cherokee 37 Mike Victor, approximately 11 to the southeast with Tango inbound for landing.
37 Mike Victor, Tower, Port 2 miles southeast, runway 14.
Building site.
Yeah, thank you.
And that's the Cherokee 6 coming in behind us.
Normally I only see this,
Papa Tango over Jesco.
this place on the Janesville arrival. I say normally I only see this airport on a Janesville arrival.
Those were 5 miles away.
3 Mike, stay position.
Or 5 miles away, 13 Mike.
3 Mike, under left traffic, runway 14, Port midfield.
Left traffic for 14, midfield. You want me to cross over the field and enter left traffic?
Just make left traffic for 14 and report midfield down 1.
Will do, 13 Mike.
Yeah, I finally figured out I had the wrong runway in my mind once I put everything together there. That was the comment about overflying the field. Yeah. And there's another thing taxiing in, you'll see. He cleared me to cross runway 22, and I, with issues of runway incursions, I just wanted to get clarification on it. I know that's what he cleared me, so I should have been good, but it just, haven't flown for a while. A radio call is worth, 10 letters. And that's the gear warning horn because I pulled the power back to slow down because I was coming in at about 140 indicated there, and I needed to slow down for the gear and flap speeds.
And Janesville Tower, Twin Cessna November 213 Mike is left midfield downwind runway 14.
13 Mike, number 2, found a Cirrus on about a mile and a half final report of inside.
Looking no joy.
Oh, and that's a military term, no joy. I fall back into that every once in a while. At least I didn't call myself United at any time. I'm getting over that, so here comes here. Of course, I have the Cirrus on the ADS-B display, but that doesn't suffice for visual traffic recognition, of course. I leave the mixture off of full forward because the engines just run rough if it's full forward.
Mr. Mike, traffic should be off your left wing now, short final.
Yeah, looking still no joy, 13 Mike.
I understand that one.
I got the traffic. You got it? Yep. Oh, we have the traffic, just passed him.
Mr. Mike, number 2, follow the traffic, 14 clear line.
Clear line 14, 13 Mike, follow the traffic.
Janesville Tower, Cherry 37 Mike Victor, approximately 2 to the east.
Mike Victor, left traffic, 14, report midfield.
Left traffic, report midfield, 14, Mike Victor.
Janesville Tower, Skylark 7933 Tango, 2 miles from Jesco, in Nav 14.
3 Tango, 4 crossing Jesco.
4 crossing Jesco, 7932 Tango.
4 Papa Tango, next right on Bravo 3, then left on Bravo, cross runway 22, taxi to park.
We'll be this whole, we need to pick up another IFR flight plan out to executive for 524 Pop Tango.
Next right, then right on Bravo, taxi to 14, traffic short final, no delay off the runway.
No delay off the runway, right on Bravo 3, right on Bravo to 14, 524 Pop Tango.
He's clear.
Yeah, got him.
Janesville Tower, Sun Mike Victor's left midfield down on 14.
Mike Victor, number 2, following the twin, short final, 14 clear to land.
14 clear land, following the twin, Sun Mike Victor.
Okay, gas undercarriage, mixture and props are going to go forward if we go.
Mike, ready to park.
Bessie's.
Right on to Bravo 3, Bravo cross 22 this frequency.
Bravo 3, Bravo to cross 22 this frequency, 13 Mike.
Janesville Tower, any chance for a long landing to Alpha for Sun Mike Victor?
Have your request.
Say again?
Mike Victor, approved his request at 14 clear land.
14 clear land, Sun Mike Victor.
Janesville Tower, Sirius 524 Pop Tango, request frequency change over to Clearington, delivery to pick up our IFR.
Can remain this frequency, have your clearance, just stand by.
Stand by for clearance 524 Pop Tango.
Now, Bessie's has a lot of ramp space around it to taxi up there, but this is a Saturday, and I was surprised. We had a 30-minute wait time. It was packed. Just a few airplanes flew in, and the wind started to come up, but yeah, the restaurant was packed.
Reporting crossing Jesco.
Locked.
33 Tango, 14 clear line.
14 clear to land, 7932 Tango.
4 Papa Tango, clearance if you're ready.
Ready to copy, 524 Pop Tango.
524 Papa Tango, clear to Chicago, exec, direct, Corona direct. Maintain 3,000, expect 5,000 in 10 minutes. Departures Rockford, 121.0, squawk 4315.
And understand 13 Mike is cleared across 22.
Just clear now, then direct. Departure frequency 120.55. Climb maintain 3000. Expect 5,000 10 minutes after departure. And then squawk 4315.
Papa Tango, departure frequency is Rockford 121.0. Just verify you got maintain 3000 initially.
Maintain 3000 initially, then climb maintain 3000. 5452.
Papa Tango, back correct. 13 Mike, cross 22.
Yeah, just wanted to confirm. Thank you, crossing 22.
73 Victor, unable to Alpha. Go to Bravo 3 Bravo, cross 22.
Bravo 3 Bravo, cross 22, submarine Victor.
511-14, taxi Echo, cross 18, hold short of 14.
Oh, that's nice and convenient.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
First time I've been here.
Okay. Okay, how's everything look?
Fantastic.
37 Mike Victor's going to Bessie, Janesville Tower.
Roger that.
Yeah, it's a nice old British aeroplane.
Yeah.
Hawker.
Yes, indeed. Okay.
Just to confirm, Mike Victor is cleared across 22.
Affirmative.
Of course, the key here, I let the engines idle a little bit, make sure the turbine inlet temperature had sufficiently come down. With the engines,
That's
cool,
good.
so they don't, you don't get the coking issue if you shut them down when they're too hot. Now, I want you to observe some just brilliant camera handling here. Expert videographer here. The key on doing video, as you'll note here, oh, and there's the Cherokee 6 coming in. You know, for 50 knots overtake, he's not that far behind me at all. And this young pilot's getting a lot of really good experience here. And sounds very professional on the radio. But anyway, I go out here. Now, the key is on videography is try to keep your fingers off the lens, but I go out there and I unmount it from my mounting there. Nice graceful exit off the aircraft there, and I come over, get it out of the mount, and you know, try not to get too many thumbs on the lens there. Yeah, see that? Well, that's finger. Those are fingers. I'm removing it from its housing. There we go. A nice little metal housing. Kind of a cool little thing there. And putting it back and seeing the other guys coming in and parking. The Cherokee 6 ahead of me wasn't that far behind me at all. And here we are at Bessie's Diner. All right, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little travelogue, and I'll have the trip back here on another video. But anyway, hey, I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. You guys weren't that far behind me at all.
You only had about 15 knots on us.
Yeah, but you still weren't that far behind.
Yep. Nice.